how much I love Journey Spice. Journey Spice, non-GMO, no salt, no sugar, just all sorts of goodness and smart, environmentally friendly packaging. Pinch the top, take it off. Food tastes better. Comes in singles, 2-packs, and 4-packs. It's Journey Spice. Find them at Amazon.com. Time for Denver's best sports talk with the Altitude Daily.
This is the Altitude Daily Podcast. Everything you can't miss from today on Altitude Sports Radio. Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane.
Everybody saw the deal, and I saw immediately they went, wow, Bonitto's got to love this. And my first thought when I saw that was, if I'm George Payton and Nik Bonitto goes, good, I know what the market is now. I'm going to be like, oh, you think you're that
good for you, bud.
Have fun in free agency. I'm not going to play this game with you. Like, the Micah Parsons thing has no impact on Nik Bonitto as of right now.
Au contraire, mon frère.
Go ahead and give me the case as to why.
Well, I remember when Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings were doing the little dance. And
Don't talk to quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are different. Don't give me quarterback comparisons.
I'm not talking about quarterbacks. I'm talking about market setting. That's all I'm saying. Now, you may be correct because with quarterbacks, you do this. Kirk Cousins getting $30 million a year. I'm worth 38. That's quarterbacks. Now, hang on a second. So that's a leapfrog situation. I'm not saying that Bonitto says, you know what, I have as many sacks as Micah. I deserve 48 per. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but the market does reset a little bit. Not even a little bit, a lot. And everybody's stacked up behind while they're not going to get Micah Parsons money. The market has been reset.
Yeah,
the Green Bay Packers just reset it.
Indirectly, it's going to affect all negotiations for that position moving forward.
Yes.
Because once a new number is set, the agents work off that new number. So to say it's not going to affect Bonitto is wrong. It will. He can't ask for that kind of money because he's not going to get it, but it's going to affect it. It's going to affect. It'd be foolish of an agent not to use it. That's a chamber in their weapon.
That's okay, fine. What I'm saying is this would be the equivalent to me of Christian Brown being like, did you see how much money Shea got? That's great for me. It's like, yeah, I don't think you're quite in the same category.
But that's not how football works. Football is about when is your contract up? What have you produced lately? And what do you think you hold? How old are you? All those factors are in play here. He plays the same position, relatively the same age, younger.
Yes.
And the same production last year. Better.
No. That's not true. He had a good year last year, a really good year. Bonitto did. Parsons has done it 4 times in a row, and that year from Bonitto was Parsons'
Let me
worst.
tell you,
was
you're
his
not going
worst
to get me
year.
to dispute that.
Yeah, you're not thinking about just free agent
I'm talking about
contracts.
how an agent is going to make the negotiations work.
The Altitude Daily. The Morning Sprint.
Would you rather squeak into the postseason like you did a year ago as a wild card team and win in the first round, but lose in the second round of the playoffs, or win the AFC West and dethrone Patrick Mahomes, the Wicked Witch of the East, and the Kansas City Chiefs for the first time in 8 years? Or is it 9 years now?
10 years.
Jeez, oh,
since 2015.
And then lose in the first round.
So in the divisional round, I'd say win the AFC West because you have to be good over a long period of time this year to win the AFC West, which means players have taken incremental steps. And then if you were to lose in the divisional round, something catastrophic happened, or like a lot of NFL games, you just didn't have the ball at the right time. Right? Like maybe a crazy play happens, or like that Eagles and Chiefs Super Bowl I was talking about, there's a phantom holding call that holds you from hoisting the Lombardi. Like in this situation, I take an AFC West championship because I think that means it's 13 wins during the regular season, and you probably lost the divisional game just because of, well, that's life. That's football. Way she goes. I'd rather do that. That tells me better things about moving forward, and it kind of splits the uprights of my goalpost this year.
You would learn more about Bo Nix potentially being the reason if you win the AFC West this year. And then lose in the first round of the playoffs. If you squeak in again and lose and win a playoff game, I don't know that you'll find that out. Maybe you will. Maybe in either instance, because it could be against Buffalo again. It could be against Baltimore. And all of a sudden, Bo Nix takes down one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the AFC or top 4 quarterbacks in the AFC in the first round playoff game. Then you could say, yeah, he's the reason. It probably would be a success either way. Win the AFC West or win a playoff game. How about both, Rush?
Sure. Yeah. If that's a third option, then I'll obviously take that one. Thank you.
The Altitude Daily. Columbus, Hastings, and DMAC.
Reactions to the Micah Parsons deal and how, if this impacts Nik Bonitto's situation.
Boy, just one of the biggest trades in the history of the NFL, I guess. I don't know where it would land in the biggest trades, but it's going to be up there. I think the Cowboys are nuts. I know Scott's could argue the opposite, and that's fine. I think there's a reasonable argument to be had on either side of this conversation. But the Packers are getting a dude that you would just, for 2 first-rounders, even with the Pro Bowler that you got in exchange, you would just cross your fingers and hope and pray you could get a couple guys that are equal to the value of Micah Parsons. So I think it was a smart move by the Packers, my opinion, but it is a lot of money. In terms of Nik Bonitto, Nick was never going to be getting Micah Parsons' money. So Nick was not going to be resetting the market or anything like that. But what it does is it takes you from, if you had a conversation with Nick a month ago and maybe $30 million is what you were hoping to get him at. Well, now that's 37. Now that's 38. I mean, bump it up by $6 or $7 million.
Well, I will say this. He's only 26.
It's crazy.
So for the Packers standpoint, that's unbelievable. You know,
unbelievable.
His lowest sack title total of his career was last year, but he only played 13 games. So he missed 4 games with injury or whatever. You know how many he had in the 13 games he played?
12.
12.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
So his rookie year, he had 13, 13 and a half, 14, then 12 last year in 4 less games because he's hurt. So the Packers got a game changer to an offense a defense that was not able to put pressure on quarterbacks last year. They needed that position. I will say this, we'll see what happens with the draft picks. I'm with Jerry. I ain't going to pay the guy $47 million a year for the next 4 or 5 years. So I can see why. I still, and I've said it for a month or so, think he's gun-shy because of the contract he gave out Dak Prescott. He didn't want to get saddled with 2 of those. At least they did bring back an all-pro player who's a pretty good interior lineman, and you get 2 first-round picks. So I think both teams win in the right now and here. Green Bay wins. Is that fair?
Yes.
Could work out for both.
Here's where I struggle with the I ain't going to pay him $47 million. Well, if that's true, you're never going to get a top-flight free agent ever.
Right.
Because don't get hung up on the money.
Right.
I mean, the problem is you didn't want to reset the market. Guess what you do? You reset the market. When you sign the next free agent, he's going to reset the market, whether it's the pass rusher or the corner or the wide receiver. He's going to reset the market. So if that's true, what he's telling you is he ain't going to pay anybody.
Well, maybe, or that he's not going to be the guy that resets the market. Last time he reset the market, he's gotten 3 straight very insignificant years from Dak Prescott.
I think it's more pride for Jerry Jones. I think he just thinks that this is what it is and that's that. And I think listen, they did get a good player in exchange. They did. And they got 2 first-round picks. I get it. It's the Packers, and they're going to be good, so that's a little deeper. But you can wheel and deal with those picks.
The Altitude Daily. Kretman and Lindahl.
Here we go. This is Coach Prime with Romy Bean this week, Channel 4.
Is there anything about Folsom, about this stadium that surprised you, that you didn't expect?
Yeah. The smell of weed in the second quarter, man, it surprised the heck out of me. Like, every game, I'm like, dang. Like, it seems like it's like a light-up quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, so is this the quarter that y'all chose? Like, I'm serious. It's a TV timeout. It never fails. And I'm like, wow. What's going on? Because, I've never been high a day in my life. So that's kind of new to me.
That's a Boulder essential, I guess.
Truly.
Yeah, Andy, have you noticed this? Second quarter, they toke the ganja, they spark the herb there in Boulder.
Yeah, I mean, I've caught it at various points. Now, you know what? We've got 3 student broadcasters in here that are going to do the game tonight for CU Radio. Should we talk to one of them? Try to get it. Should we go even further into the investigation to see when this started? If they're willing to speak to us, they're literally right there.
Are the student broadcasters high right now?
I don't know. Folks, can one of you come and speak to the weed issue that Coach Prime mentioned on Romy Bean's show?
The weed issue.
Have you not noticed it up in the box? Have you noticed it?
I just want to know.
All right, come on.
I want.
You want to be? Hey, look, they're going to be broadcasters, so we're gonna hand the headset here.
I do want to note that you're asking this question, Narc Dad Andy Lindahl. Hey, will one of you college kids come talk about marijuana
One
on
of them
our
already
radio
said.
show?
One of them already said that he's in the broadcast booth and he never notices it. So that's the right answer. But this young man, what's your name?
I'm Nick.
Nick, are we hearing Nick? Did I get that up?
We got Nick up a little bit. Nick,
I'm trying to.
Nick, by the way, Nick, give us your full name. Say hi to your parents. All that good stuff.
I'm Nick Evans. I'm the executive producer of our sports media club down here. I direct everything, and I've been in the student section for 2 years before I became a full-time journalist here. So I know enough about all the quirks about the student section.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do for the sake of smoothness here on this broadcast, because we're award-winning.
That's what
I'm going to give Nick the selfie stick so he can be in the middle on Twitch, and I'm going to let you conduct the interview.
Okay.
Former Illinois alum.
Okay, so Nick Evans, again, executive producer. So thank you for joining us here on the show. Are you a junior or a senior in college? Where are you at, Nick?
I'm in my junior year.
Junior year.
Yep.
Okay.
Third season of the Buffaloes.
Okay, third season with the Buffs. Okay, so Deion Sanders claims that second quarter, that's the tokage quarter for the student section there at Folsom Field behind the Buffs bench. Have you found that to be the case?
It's the everything quarter. That's the time to get water.
Okay.
I remember I got 2 water bottles, and I just pounded one because it gets hot here with the sun.
Because of the cottonmouth? Is that why you're pounding all that water?
I don't use myself.
Okay, yeah. Good answer, Nick.
Someone actually stole my bottle.
Okay.
It's the time for everyone to get drinks, to get water.
Uh-huh.
A lot of vapors. I don't know about a lot of like marijuana users.
Okay.
So you're not pulling out the old glass thing.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think it's marijuana. I think it's I think a lot of people are. I said I don't consume myself, but you can smell that faint like cherry smell, like where
Okay.
It's not.
But nobody's firing up a dog walker or anything like that.
Not that I've seen.
Okay.
But definitely vape. That's definitely like the go-to. I don't know if it's in sync or like what Coach Prime's saying, but
okay.
So like second quarter is definitely when you get everything. Get your water, get your beer, get everything you can get.
Okay.
That's the time to do it.
Okay.
Why second quarter? Just out of curiosity.
Chainsaws.
You've been listening to the Altitude Daily. Catch us live weekdays on 92.5 FM, the Altitude Sports Radio app, twitch.tv/AltitudeSR, youtube.com/Altitude Sports Radio, and your favorite smart speaker. Say Altitude Sports Radio.